All right, in this section, we're just going to be looking at positive term series. However, in this section, the only part of this that is going to be on the AP test this year for 2020 is going to be the P-series test. The integral test will not be on there, neither will the comparison tests. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump to the notes on the P-series test. All right, so the P-series test says that a P-series where you have sigma going from n equals 1 to infinity of 1 over n raised to the p power converges if and only if p is greater than 1. So it's a really easy test to look at. All you have to do is look at this part right here. You got to have 1 over n raised to the p, and as long as p is greater than 1, then this series will converge. So not a lot of rules to it, it's just really easy to pick out. All right, so if you look at the first problem here, we have sigma going from n equals 8 to infinity, and it doesn't really matter if you're going from 8 to infinity or 1 to infinity. Rule is still going to be the same, of 1 over square root of n to the third power. Well, square root can be thought of as 1/2 power, which would be 1 over n raised to the 3/2 power. And since this is your p-value, since it is larger than 1, this series will converge by the P-series test. All right, so the next one, you have 1 over n raised to the 0.1, which is the same thing as 1/10. And because this value right here is less than 1, this will not converge. Okay. All right, so the next one says determine whether the following series converge. All right, so we have the first one, your p-value right here is 8. That is larger than 1, which means yes, this will converge. Next one, you got to do a little arithmetic here. So fourth root is the same thing as saying 1/4 power. And when you divide, you're going to subtract your exponents, which would give you n raised to the negative 3/4, which is 1 over n to the 3/4. And because your p-value here is less than 1, this will not converge, it will diverge. All right, and then the last one, this is the same thing as saying 1 over n to the 1/3 power. In this case, your p-value is smaller than 1, which means this will not converge, this will diverge. Now, when you have 1 over n going from n equals, and I'll just put from 1 to infinity. It doesn't really matter what this right here is. If the exponent right here is a 1, this will not converge, this will diverge. This is a specific type of P-series called a harmonic series. And a harmonic series is when your p-value is 1, and that will always diverge. So in order to converge, the p-value has to be greater than 1. You do need to make sure you know this term, though. A harmonic series is when your p-value right here is 1.